Hey guys, I know it's been a really long time since I've ever made a Star Stable video, but I absolutely had to make this video today because finally, Star Stable has made my dream come true, and that is adding a Palomino Andalusian. Oh my gosh, hello. Oh, look at how gorgeous this coat is. Oh, look at this. Isn't this so beautiful? Okay, so look, it's got some socks. I don't know if it has a face marking. Let me see if it has. Oh, it has a little star. Oh, so cute. Yeah, it has some socks and such as a look at. Oh, it's just so beautiful. Look at this. I love the Andalusians. I love Palomino. And thank you, Star Stable. So if you guys don't know, in the news article for today's update of December 31st, they added 4 new horse coat variations and they're permanent. Okay, so I found out it's the Andalusian, a black forest horse, and that black forest horse is a bay one, it looks like, an Ardennes, and the Ardennes is a white, very light gray Ardennes, and then the Frisian sport horse, that's the distinctions. Frisian sport horse, and it's basic, I think it's like a bay leopard, so like, or like a chestnut spot. But anyways, that is super cool that they've added this Palomino Andalusian. Like I said, this is something I have been wishing for so long because we have the Fonzie Andalusian, and that is really nice in its normal coat. But to have this Andalusian, basically, I hope it's Palomino. I hope this is considered Palomino and not just like a flaxen. Because if it's not, oh gosh, I'm gonna be sad. So let's get started with picking out a name here. So the problem is I already started using a website to try to figure out what name I wanted, and I'm also using my Emerald Hunters open server to, you know, talk to some people and get some ideas. But the problem is, like, I'm using the website as like my first basis, and the thing is, I can't name the horse Nacho Cheese. Look at this. So if I type in Nacho as a first name, yeah, that exists, but there's no cheese as a second name. Like, hello. Let me, I gotta scroll up here. Look at this. I'm on my iPad, by the way. Because just the computer doesn't work anymore. So I can't have cheese as a second. I can name it Chip. Nacho Chip, but that doesn't like make any sense to me. But I mean, Nacho Chip still works, it's just I can't it doesn't make sense. I want Nacho Cheese and not Nacho Chip, and I couldn't do Cheesecake because cheese doesn't exist as a first name, and I don't think cake exists as a second name. Maybe it does, but I don't actually know. So let me see if cake actually exists. Yeah, so cake exists as a second name, Nacho Cake, yikes. But I can't have cheese as a first name. Look at this. Oh, it won't go up. But Cheesecake is like a perfect name and it's so cute, and I just can't have it. So Star Stable, if you're seeing this, I love the horse. We need more names. Yeah, see, look, it goes chestnut then chip. I can't do that. All right, so I'm gonna sit here for a minute and try to figure out a name, and then we'll give this lovely mare a test ride. And yeah, I'm just so thankful. I am so grateful. My dream has finally come true to have a Palomino Andalusian in this game, and I don't know what I was expecting when Star Stable said in the news article that there were 4 new horse coat variations. Like Andalusian, sure, it could have been like another like diluted coat, right? Because they have this pearl coat, or not pearl, it's like a cremello. They have this one. It's like a, I don't know what this one's called. Is it cremello or perlino? I forgot. So they have that one. I was expecting like a lighter variation, so like this must be perlino, and then cremello is the very light color, light pinkish cream color. I was not expecting Palomino, so thank you so much, Star Stable. Seriously, I mean it. I think, you know what there should be? There should be a website, like a fan-made website, simply like listing combinations of really good horse names. I don't feel like that would be super hard to program and like code and stuff like that. So that would actually be a really cool little project for somebody to do. Hint, hint, wink, wink. Could somebody please do that? Because I would certainly use a website like that religiously. Oh, I can't even name it Queso. There's no... Wait, can I name it Queso after, like, the streamer? Hold on. Wouldn't that be hilarious? Is there case of anything? Or, like, anything that sounds like case? Because I saw the word queso as, like, you know, cheese. But is there anything? There's cash, cat. Ugh, I guess honestly, cash would be kind of the best thing here. But then is there LMNO? Yeah, there is an O by itself. Cash-O. That would be really funny, honestly. But I feel like that's too far. That's a bit too far off of Queso's actual name here. I wish on the Star Stable website too, because if you log into Star Stable on a browser, they will give you a list of all of your horses. I wish there was a method that you could use to sort your horses by name, by alphabetical, by like, you know, A through Z or Z through A or something like that. Or sort it by breed or something. That way you could, you know, see their names and stuff, and it would be really helpful for organization. So I ended up with Golden Waffle. I think that's a hilarious name, and you know what? It totally fits, right? So let's see, are we gonna do anything with the hair? I don't know. I think I want to keep it as is, because normally I have all of my horses up in like braids and stuff, but I think this time I would like to show off the mane and tail here. So let's go ahead and buy her. Aww. Look at how cute. See, that's, you know, another thing we really need Star Stable to put in the buying window. We're gonna ride now. We need Star Stable to put in the buying window. Like, if you come over here, okay, let's come over here and look at the horses. It doesn't tell you what color it is. Like, how hard is it to tell us what color it is? Like, we have to play it like a guessing game of what colors these are. Because what if this is Flaxen? What if this is Flaxen Chestnut and not Palomino? Like, I am going to be so sad if that is technically the case. Alright, so we need to take care of this horse really quickly before we can start to gallop. So I'm going to go down here and take care of the horse. Happy winter, everybody. I hope you have had a wonderful winter season in Star Stable or whatever games that you've been playing. And also in real life, I hope you have been having a wonderful winter season if you celebrate any holidays or just enjoying the cold weather. Okay, so here we go. Man, I really wish we could gallop, but it's okay. So we're gonna go ahead and get down here. How do I take care of the horse on the iPad like that? Yeah, so I have not been able to take care, I mean, I've not been able to, I need food. I can go up there to get food, but I ran out. So yeah, I've not been able to record basically anything anymore ever on my computer. And it's really unfortunate because technically I do have a video coming out, and it's a Wild Horse Islands video, and it's me catching yet another IUH. But the problem is, it started lagging like halfway through the video. And I wanted to get a new PC this Christmas season, but unfortunately life circumstances prevented me from doing that. Alright, so my backpack is always full these days. What do I have in here? Alright, we can actually sell something. Let's just sell this really quickly. Yeah, sell it for 1,000. Why not? Just buy a quick thing of food so I can level up the horse. That's all I need to do. And I forgot, let's see, we should wear some tack. Do I have any tack on me? I don't really think I have much available right now, just because like all the tack is like kind of on my other horses. So let's just tack up like quickly. Do I even have a saddle right now? I have this saddle. This looks terrible, but you know, it is what it is. So we're just gonna have to, you know what, I could ride it just, you know, without, but we are just gonna give a quick ride here, do a little gallop around here, and apparently my arrow buttons are gone now. Wow. Star Stable, hello? Oh, no. Okay, I don't know what happened to my UI here. That is very much a bug. I wonder if I turn any of this off. No, that actually made it worse. Okay. Okay. Well, this turned into a terrible video. Oh gosh, does anybody know how to fix this? That is my question, because this is really bad. I don't know why that is causing an issue. So now that I take a look at this with like normal game lighting instead of the winter lighting, it does kind of feel like it is a little bit of a darker Palomino, if it is a Palomino. I think if it was flaxen, the hair would be more blondish, like a darker... I don't know. I don't know anything about the genetics behind Palomino versus flaxen. But in any case, yeah, it is such a nice horse. I wish I could try... I'm like tapping the screen down here, and it's not happening. It is just not happening. Yeah, see, there's somebody with the new Frisian right there. I can barely turn, barely, because my controls are over here. I wonder if I do this. If I go to the settings, options, creative, is there a button to change? I wonder if there's a way to change it. Replace joystick with arrow buttons. Okay. So does that help? Oh my gosh, that's even worse. That is even worse. Okay, so we are finding out in real time, everybody, that this game is very buggy on a tablet device, or maybe it's user error, but I think this is also Star Stable's issue. So anyways, yeah, so I can't really do anything with the gates here, unfortunately. But we get a little bit of a nice walkthrough with this horse here. I am so thankful overall for Star Stable to add this Palomino Andalusian. I was debating on getting the other Andalusian from the winter event. It's the Soul Horse. And the Soul Horse is nice because I think that is more like a champagne kind of color. And it's like a... almost like a brassy gold color, you know, versus this is kind of like leaning more towards copper, I guess, which is still really nice. I really do like it. So I might not get the soul because of this horse. Honestly, I was gonna kind of use that Andalusian, that soul horse, as like my quote-unquote Palomino Andalusian. But, you know, since this one came out, I might not buy the soul. I don't know. I could see clubs using this Palomino Andalusian and really enjoying this for dressage purposes. Oh, you know what? I wonder if we were to go over to the riding arena and kind of see what that looks like, because the Palomino type of horses and chestnuts tend to look pretty like blended in with the dressage arena. So like my advice, anytime anybody asks like, oh, what club horse should I use? We're a dressage club. If you're a dressage club, stay away from Palomino and light chestnut horses because they blend in with the floor and it makes it kind of hard to see when you're judging routines from the camera. So I always say do a black horse, do a bay horse. Gray you can kind of get away with as well. Or magic horses too. Of course, magic horses look okay. But yeah, Palomino and light chestnut horses. Cremello looks fine on the arena floor. Those are okay. So I'm wondering, hopefully maybe teleporting to the riding arena here might reset my UI. And I was thinking, you know what? I could have just relogged into the game. But yeah, that didn't work. Alright, so maybe I should just relog, but then that's just going to take forever. And I don't really... you know, have much else after this to talk about. So we'll see if we just take a little trudge over here. Now, I won't be able to see the horse when I go into the camera by myself, but to just look at the arena floor with this horse, I think it'll also help if you were to have like, you know, like tack that is darker on the Palomino. That way the tack stands out a little bit. Okay, so let's take a look here. Yeah, because look, the arena floor, if you have the dots on, kind of looks very light colored. Yeah, it's kind of blendy. It's kind of blendy. Yeah, so you may have trouble, in my opinion, with seeing the Palomino Andalusian, this particular one, on a dressage arena floor. If you're just doing practices, general practices and stuff, that's totally fine. But when it comes to like competitive routines, personal advice and personal opinion, I think you should stay away from Palominos and stuff like that. Even Cremello is okay. Like Cremello is fine because it's like a very bright color. And I guess also to any champagne kind of colored horses, any horses that look like they would blend into the floor, just be careful with. Always test it out. Always go to the camera and look at them and really see if you can see those horses from all different sides and points and areas of the arena. Because then it just kind of makes judgings a little bit easier, in my opinion. Like, in my short time of judging, guest judging SSD Internationals a couple of times, you know, I always found it easier when I could see a horse. Like, look, that black horse right there, very easy to see. This right here, even just walking around here on the floor, like, yeah, you know I'm here, but only kind of because, like, I'm wearing this dark tack. So, I don't know, that's just an opinion. That's a very long-winded opinion here. Okay, well, like I said, I definitely could have just relogged into the game here, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully I can get a couple Star Stable videos out this year. I really hope one day I can kind of come back to Star Stable videos. Not that I haven't, like, quit SSO or anything like that. It's just that, like, my computer just can't handle recording and playing Star Stable anymore. So it's really unfortunate, but hopefully I can one day. Hopefully I can be a better content creator. Mostly it's just hardware issues. Like, there's a lot of things I want to do, but I just, like, a lot of games I want to play and stuff like that, I just can't. So hopefully in 2026, you will see me have a new PC one day. Alright guys, so thank you all so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoy all of these new coat color variations for all of these new horses here. And I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye everybody!